Alright, so it's 3:07 p.m. right now. I woke up at around 12. I got a bunch of work done, then I had to go out and do a bunch of stuff, which I ended up doing on my boosted board because the weather's extremely nice out, and to say the least. But literally, as I was coming back in from my ride, pretty much, so I'm just going to bang out a few questions on this couch. So, first question, do you train your core specifically? No, I don't. I don't remember the last time I did abs. I mean, I do remember the last time I did abs. That was actually with Doug Sensor Martin, and because I don't train abs ever, that one workout that I did with him, I was legitimately sore for like 3 to 4 weeks after, and I actually thought I strained a muscle in like my bottom right ab. But the reason I don't train core is because I easily get sufficient like abdominal stimulation doing heavy compounds like the squatting and deadlifting, etc. And if you're asking this question, you're probably trying to get like abs yourself or like in the market for a six-pack, and the thing you need to know is that it literally just boils down to virtually exclusively body fat percentage, because like how lean you are is going to dictate like how much of your abs are showing. So if you're hitting abs like every single day, going all out with that, and your body fat isn't low enough, yeah, you're developing your abs, but no one's going to see them because they're just being covered by a layer of fat. It's a pretty typical generic question. You guys know what it is. Abs are made in the kitchen. So will you ever compete in powerlifting? Also, I know you said you wouldn't compete in bodybuilding, but you got all these genes and you're definitely big enough, and I hope to see you on stage sometime. I don't have any specific plans to compete in powerlifting, but that's something that I definitely do want to do, and I am going to do. I'm going to say that like that. And when it comes to physique competing, I mean, I'm not going to give like a hard no forever. I'm like a very, very likely not, but I definitely don't really have any plans or interest to do that right now. And just a lot of people, they're just become obsessed with it. And if I were to do that, I would have to get like very, very, very lean and just kind of make a lot of sacrifices, all like for what? Just to, you know, like go on stage and have a judge give a very subjective, potentially corrupt opinion on like who's like prettier on stage. So for me, it's just not something that I'm particularly that interested in, but maybe I'll do it in the future as like a thing for fun, but probably not. Which muscles grew fastest for you, and which are the slowest or the hardest? For me, it was definitely my quads, and I have to thank my mom for that, because like her legs would just blow up so fast. Like when she was younger, when she was a teenager, when she would do track, her legs would just get so big, like she would just be insecure by going to the beach, and like she would like try to sit around and not move as much as she possibly could at home just to get her quads to like atrophy down to like a feminine size so she would not feel normal. So yeah, because of her, I have my quad genetics. My legs grow super fast. I literally just squat for my legs like 1 time a week, and that's enough for me to grow and get the legs I want. Delts is another thing that I noticed grows pretty easily for me. I don't really have to do any specific delt work or really try hard on delts, so it just kind of blow up really fast for me. And the muscle groups that lag for me are definitely my triceps, my traps, my hamstrings, and yeah, those are probably my 3 weakest muscle groups. And don't really try to find out what your weak muscle groups are if you just started training. You want to have like at least a relatively solid foundation, like a year of training where you kind of have some level of development, and then you can see, okay, which muscle groups are growing faster than others, and then the ones that are not, just show them a little bit more attention, train them just a little bit more frequently, because it's going to be like that with everyone. Everyone's going to have certain muscle groups that grow faster than others, and ones that don't, you just kind of have to train them a little harder. All right, it's almost 6 p.m. right now. I kind of want to go to the gym, bang out my workout really quick, and when I get back, we're going to finish this Q&A. Alright, so back from the gym, and I had a fucking good workout today. Felt really good, one of my best leg sessions in a while. Obviously, I hit 365 for 10, which is, I mean, I didn't see myself hitting that for a while, so the fact that, I hit it today, I hit it so fast, was like, I think you'd ever consider using steroids. And I think that anyone who says they haven't thought about it, or at least looked into it, or just found out more about it, is probably not telling the truth. I mean, when I first started lifting, I found out what steroids were just like everyone else, and I read up, did some research, like watched some videos, and basically understood its effects. Okay, like they build muscle, they make you stronger, all that, which is obviously things that anyone would want, but there's side effects too. It just messes with your endocrine system, and for me, it just ended up not being worth it at any point, really, like especially now, which I'll get into in a second. But I just want to start off by saying that I don't know why everyone just when they hear steroids, oh, steroids are so bad, like, I mean, steroids are not good or bad. They're just a compound that elicits a certain response in the body. It's like, it's just a chemical, right? Now, it doesn't make you a bad person if you use steroids. If you just want to take steroids just to improve the way you look and just get stronger and just because you want to, there's literally nothing wrong with that at all. Like, you're not like a bad person. The only time when it becomes like unethical and just wrong is, for example, when you're competing in a drug tested organization, aka bodybuilding, powerlifting, or any type of sport then it's wrong. But it's especially wrong when you're using steroids to accomplish a physique and then you're claiming to be natural and then you're using that image to market and sell things like online to people. Then it's really, really unethical. My biggest insecurity when I first started lifting was pretty much just being skinny, frail, and just being like really small, right? So I had the mentality of just like pack on as much size as I possibly can, and just like all out mentality. And now that I have half a decade of lifting under me, I'm no longer insecure about like my size or my musculature. And what I'm trying to do is pretty much just create and craft like the most desirable physique for the the majority of people who are getting into fitness in the first place. I'm not trying to appeal to this hardcore bodybuilding crowd, and taking steroids is pretty much, it's going to put me in the niche of that like steroid crowd of just like having that hyper fullness, like the big traps, and like what's considered a hardcore impressive physique. Yeah, it is considered hardcore impressing, but for that niche of people, and I'm trying to appeal to the most amount of people possible, and just the overwhelming majority of the world does not like the steroid look. Has more calories. And so like I said, if you guys didn't get your question answered, don't worry, I'm probably going to extend this Q&A out in my next few videos. And also, if you guys have a really good question, leave it down in the comments below. I'll definitely check it out. And yeah, it's extremely late and I'm definitely not in it for my calories today, so I'm gonna continue this bulk in the kitchen, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Baby, we too old to argue on the road. When I need you closer, I need you closer. And lately I've been thinking that maybe you might be feeling it. We'd be better off if we were over. And yo, damn, now you saw that pic, asking me now who was that chick. Got me on her Facebook and MySpace quick, tweeting her friends that she all love.